Hey, welcome back to Stevie Tech. Be sure to subscribe for more game shoutouts. Now let's get into it here. Right now we're going to do our game shout episode 2, and with the first one we're going to start off with a game called A Dark Room. Now this is a unique game. It starts off here. It's more of a game where you're reading a lot. There's not really a lot of sound. There's not a lot of gameplay. It's tailored to a certain class of games. But as you can see, as you're going through, it pops up the words down at the bottom, kind of gives you an idea of what you're supposed to do. And you can take a look there as far as different things that just pop up there. You do get supplies and things, as you can see. Once you're going through, you're starting off. It's a story basically about you being alone, and then you find different survivors, different people. You go in, you can create different things and gather different supplies, and it's kind of a survival-based storytelling game, I guess you could say. But it is really interesting. As you can see here, I'll give you just a couple of things to read through there, as you can see it. But you just got the little bar going across there to let you know whenever you can actually gather more wood. And you can create different things, as I mentioned. You can create different carts. You can also create different huts, houses, different things. Here you go, for example. You can create the carts and also the traps. Now, with the traps there, basically it's going to go in and give you the ability to gather more food and also more supplies. You gather fur, meat, and different things that way, which gives you the ability to go in and actually build the huts, as you can see there, that's now unlocked. But as you can see, it's going to tell you if you don't have enough of a certain supply, and the game just keeps going on and growing from that point. But as you can see, this is kind of an idea. So I'll go ahead and let you watch a little bit of it, kind of check it out there. But as you can see, this is a lot about how this is going to go. And it is a really interesting game. You do have to give it a kind of a chance to get into it. Some people aren't going to like it, of course, and that's fine. But I think it's a pretty good game. You should definitely check it out and give it a try. And with this, we'll go ahead and hop into the next one here. It's actually going to be called the 13 Days of Life. And with this game actually it tailors around the main character here, which he starts off. There's not really a lot of sound. It does have a little bit of a creepy vibe with the music, but his name's Mark, and he goes through and basically tells you that he's moved to this area. As you can see on the screen there, and you do have the different actions and things, and you're basically just trying to go throughout his life, which it does get quite interesting. He's a bit of a pessimist, as obvious there, but give you a couple of different situations and gameplay from some different clips here. As you can see, use the toggles here, left and right to go, and then act, of course, is going to be your action button. But it kind of gives you the different ideas of what's going on, and gives you different little snippets of information. But it is really interesting, as you see here. And he does have his own apartment, which, of course, you go into, and there's different things in there as well. But the whole game is really interesting. You interact with different things. I haven't quite beat it yet, but I am working on it. But you should definitely give it a shot there. It is pretty fun. Don't want to spoil anything about the game. But the gameplay is pretty simplistic. It's not very difficult. And the story is very interesting. As you can see here, here's a little clip from one of his nightmares, as he calls them. But like you can see there, once you reach the doorway, you can go ahead and he wakes up. But just like I said, some very interesting. I really like the way the game's laid out. I like the graphics. There's not really too much that I really don't find entertaining with this. But I really suggest you definitely give it out, especially if you're a fan of things like Limbo and stuff like that. This is definitely one of those things that kind of puts you in the same vibe, but is a completely different type of thing. But I would definitely go ahead and give it a shot. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for the game shout-out this week. And as always, definitely like, share, comment, and subscribe. And you can go ahead and hit up this playlist here if you want to check out my app highlights.